up, YouTube, my good people? Facebook, what's happening? These are my boys, Big Al and Trey Z, and I am the Deacon. This is the Washington Wizards wrap-up show. We talk all things DMV sports. Today it just so happens to be live on Tuesday where we do Washington Wizards. We're even going to do a little bit of Commanders today. We're going to keep it short on the Commander side, but we're going to do a little Commanders too. But today we're talking about the Washington Wizards. And you know what, before we get started, let me say that I saw something today that kind of not shocked me, but threw me for a loop, threw me into a thought motion where I was talking to somebody and I was kind of telling them, you gotta make sure when you get this age, you always got something to say. You always got some advice to tell.
You know everything when you get this age. You know everything.
I was telling the kid, man, I was like, listen, you gotta settle down, man. They love to say 10 toes down. I said, man, you gotta not just say that, you gotta understand what that actually means. And I was thinking about y'all, man. I was trying to tell them, I got like 5 friends. 5, and that might be an overstatement.
That's all you need.
Yeah, and there's a question right here on the show.
So that's funny, but we tease each other, man. But these boys been with me from man, as long as I can remember, ever since Lamarck Drive, when we went in 9 years old playing baseball, football, OHHS.
We got stories for all that too.
Boys club football, you know what I'm saying? All the way up to high school football. You know what I'm saying? ROTC. Come on now. The Scirocco. Everybody know about the Scirocco. You had to pull the string for the accelerator.
What is that? Is that a video game?
Scirocco, man. Our boy taking a monumental step in the pictures. When we took our personality. I'm just telling the real, man. He know it. He know it. Listen, I consider him one of my 5. He one of my 5. So I'm gonna tell it like it is, man. And if I'm gonna tell you about the trip, I'm gonna tell you about the Gumby trip too. I mean, come on, man. Everybody remembers the Gumby saga up in Virginia in the basement.
No, that was Kwame Saga.
That's Kwame, but he's wearing the Gumby. He had the Gumby though.
Yeah, the polka dot band.
Yeah, man.
We put about 60 miles on that.
Man, in 2 cars.
I think we had to fill up gas.
Kwame.
Hey man, listen. That's what I said. You got to cherish your experiences, man. Go put your name out there, put your body out there, put your mind, your thoughts, everything into what you're doing, man. And don't regret what you're doing. You got to step out there and make it happen. Otherwise, you don't have no experience. You don't have nothing to look back on. You don't have anything to base your life off of. You just going without thinking. It's hard to do it that way, man.
Message.
Hey, that's right. I mean, me and this dude burned up an engine trying to go see the other dude. You know what I'm saying? Burned up, crashed the car, and got banned in Florida. Come on, man. Who does that? Got banned from a state.
Brothers do that. You can't go back. Would you go down there?
I mean, come on, man. Record companies and nightclubs. Who remembers the Bohemian Caverns? Come on, man. The Bohemian Caverns. Is that even still alive?
Yeah, I think that's still there. That's a classic.
What was the artist we had? What was that? What my man name?
No. You say the State of the Union, people don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, State of the Union. They don't know what I'm talking about. They don't know what we talking about. We talk about Roxy.
Irving's.
Pause on the Macabo.
Irving's.
Pause on the Macabos, man.
Hey, man, that's probably one of our best stories. To the point where oh my God. How did I sit there and think about it, man? This is something that you just said. That is probably a best story ever for people to watch, and we can't say it.
Can't tell that one, man.
If you like fresh milk,
Right. Hey, nobody will believe that, brothers.
Stop it.
Nobody.
Stop. We trying to stay on YouTube, man. We trying to stay on
Yeah.
YouTube.
But man, oh man.
Hey man, listen, we've been through it all, man. We've been through the pimps up and hoes down.
mhm.
Hell. Nobody knows what we're talking about. And help was funny too. And we were terrible for that. I want to just go ahead and say that out loud.
Hey, no, we weren't. No, we
It was
weren't.
late.
We didn't run. But it was interesting.
Deacon, what are you trying to do, man? You trying to turn this
No,
into
all I'm trying to do, man, is tell a young fella, man, you got to look forward and remember what you've been through and make a decision, stick with the decision, man, and back your decision.
Yes,
and then
sir.
when you come out on the other end, you either have an experience or you prospered in something. But at least you had something to do. You did something the way you thought was right. And then you make it happen. Just stay away from the drugs. Stay away from the drugs and stay away from the alcohol.
Speaking of the Wizards,
Speaking of the
right,
Washington,
as we're talking drugs and alcohol.
Yeah. Your last
Hey,
week,
Rebro 1920 is on, y'all. Well,
see,
hey, listen,
what's happening, brother?
hey, listen, we always want to say those that come on the show, man, it's family too. And individuals that jump on here, man, hey, man, the sky's the limit, man.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna put the link out in the chat too, man. If y'all want to come on, you know, you're welcome to it. Welcome to give your opinion. I'll give you a life story that you have. It's all good either way. But before we bring on Biggie Steve, our street reporter, man, let me just last week we were talking about trade bait and all that, man. We got a couple comments from Benjamin Gately. He said, "Man, get that dude out of here." He's talking about Kyle Kuzma. I guess he's talking about, you know, getting traded, but you know, whatever it is. Andrew Hawkins Sr. said, we knew going into the season that this was trade bait. He told us that they weren't finished. Wasn't finished from getting people, trade them and bringing people in, and Poole, Denny, Kuz, Corey, and Gafford, all of them trade bait. So I mean, you got one person on here that hoping to get rid of Kuz, and one person on here thinking everybody is trade bait, which it is, man. Everybody's trade bait in this time period, man. Until we get to the trade deadline, we're taking all comers and we're shooting everybody out. So, Biggie Steve, put that soda down. Put that soda down. It's time to go, baby. What you got for us?
Trying to drink away my pain, man. Watching the Wizards game, I tell you, it's hard to watch. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Well, it's a tough pill, man, but you're gonna have to swallow it every week because they ain't like they ain't doing no winning right now, man. So
I mean, I'm on route. Like I said, we're not gonna get a win until mid-January, late January.
You know, I was watching last game I was watching. I thought about it and I was watching. We was good up until like the fourth quarter, man. We just can't finish. We don't have enough experience to finish a game.
That Philly game,
huh?
We're talking about not the Philly game.
Yeah, the Philly game we was leading.
Man, we got smoked before we was up. There was up 40 before the half is before the second half.
You can't be so hard on the young folk, man. I'm trying to pump it up around here, man.
I mean, you know, how good were we doing to be going up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By 40. Like,
I'm trying to infuse some enthusiasm over here, man.
I mean, you could
Come
try.
on.
At this point, there's no hope. There is none.
Well,
I'm just. We're not as bad as, let's say, the Spurs right now. We're what, third, tied for second. You know, and for the worst spot. But I mean, at this point, I can care less. I'm just. I'd rather go see a high school
Ice Capades
game before I go see a Wizards game. Right
I
about.
remember Ice Capades. Ice Capades.
Man, I'd rather go watch a play of Oklahoma before I go see the Wizards game.
Well, you might have to go to Oklahoma depending on where they move, because they're talking about moving way out to Virginia, man.
I mean, yeah, that's a big step. The thing is, though, when people
Hike.
to go to Virginia to go see these games, though.
That's a hike, man. The Wizards and the Capitals is talking about moving to Virginia, and Big Al. Would you say my man said he was trying to get the Commanders there too, right?
Yeah, he wanted to have a sports complex. Youngkin, the Virginia governor, just wants to have it, kind of like Texas do. If you go out to Dallas, you go see those boys, those girls, whatever you want to call them. It's a whole complex out there, and he wants kind of like a whole complex with fun and restaurants and every little bit of thing that you can see all your sports venue and and then Virginia just takes over the sports market of this area. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's
The
where the
question
money.
is
Virginia
going to still be Washington.
How
Yeah.
you know? You can't. I'm sorry. Virginia is its own state. I mean, how are you going to call the Washington? You know what I'm saying? Washington if they're not in Washington. They're in Virginia.
Easy,
They're in Virginia.
easy. Which
They
is
in
why
Maryland
they're
now.
Andover
They in
now.
Maryland now.
I mean, and I get that, but I mean, it's been in the boy. I can say, but Virginia. I mean, I don't.
Biggie
Yeah.
Steve is not representing the V in DMV. It's Biggie Steve is like it's DMV.
Yeah, there you go.
DMV.
Ain't no V.
Okay.
Well,
I
Northern
got
Virginia
the M.
is just as big as the rest of. It's huge over there. Lots of money.
and they got the money over there too.
And they got, Northern Virginia is big. It's it's a whole different, almost a whole different city. Like you saying, Biggie Steve is saying. And that's where they're trying to move it to. Northern
If
Virginia.
they don't put the money into the infrastructure of the team itself, moving it to a new location ain't gonna be nothing. I mean, we might have a better experience, you know what I'm saying? Might go in there, park where we want to park, walk up to the arena, sit down and enjoy the game without hassle. But outside of that, it's the same stuff if they don't put the money and the influence and the stuff into the team. And if they're still going to call on Washington, because it's going to be hard for me to drive to Virginia to watch the Virginia Pilgrims or the Virginian Generals or something on the ice. I'm not going to want to do it. I'm going to be like, oh man, dang. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm DC.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
home.
If you go to what's that? The stadium downtown in Chinatown. What's that?
Capital One Arena.
Capital One, man. Capital One, baby.
And you liable to get your windows broken.
I take the Metro.
You're liable to get your windows broken.
I take the Metro and I walk briskly. Briskly. There's a word called briskly.
So that's part of the problem too.
Yeah, it is a part of the problem, man. That's unfortunate, man, because individuals are doing things that don't represent being a Washingtonian, etc., man, and that's the problem. Which is very similar to my man Jordan Poole. He don't represent being Washingtonian either. As a matter of fact, he ain't represent much of Nathaniel's zilch since he's been here. We go in there. Biggie Steve had to leave. He was like, yo, we're not talking Jordan Poole. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Well, let's go ahead. Let's do a short review of something that we picked up from. And you walk us through this, Trey.
Okay.
Something we picked up from the flight mic.
Microphone, man, I think it goes by his name.
Well, his title is the flight mic.
Flight mic, microphone.
Oh yeah, flight, yeah.
Yeah, he's good, man. If y'all haven't had a chance, those of you who are still watching with us right now, please take the opportunity to check him out, because we're going to comment on his commentary. And it was rough. It was rough.
There we go.
Just doing that, settling in.
Quarter three on the way by Poole. No.
It could take all season. It could take 2 years, right?
It's getting worse and worse for the Washington Wizards and Jordan Poole. As a matter of fact, it's getting to a meme-worthy degree of bad when it comes to Jordan Poole. He's breaking record books for how terrible he's been for the Washington.
Did you hear that?
Ooh.
He's breaking. Let me rewind that.
He's breaking record books for how terrible he's been for the Washington Wizards this
Breaking
year.
record
And at this point, his future does look bleak, to say the best. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help
The Flight Mike is his
that
name, as Deacon said.
Right, go over there.
They're gonna do his check it out while he's doing
a lot of whole bunch of different things, man.
I hope and pray that Jordan Poole gets an opportunity to watch this. I think if there's any kind of inspiration, this is it right here, as you will see, those of you who haven't had the opportunity to check this out.
I just don't think he cares at this.
I haven't proved myself to you at this point. Then check this out. On Thursday Night Football, these are all the people
this
that
is
made
this is
money
an
by
advertisement,
following
Deacon.
my
that
products for free
This
on
is
Instagram.
advertisement. But and again, shout out to Flight
Mic
Mike.
check
But
1,
we
2,
trying
1,
to
2.
get to the
What's
show.
going
Here
on?
we go.
Ever wanted to lose
Yeah.
only to lose motivation?
What?
It's time to
Yeah,
change
yeah.
that
I should have
In
downloaded
this
it.
remarkable
It is what it is, man. It's YouTube. What
Was
do you want me
that
to do?
Pink
On everybody.
Lemon
At
with
this point,
Rice
no
Out
one is
that
blaming the
Deacon was
Washington
watching?
Wizards
Wait.
for trading Chris Paul, who originally was thought to be a buyout candidate in the offseason, to the Golden State Warriors so they could get Jordan Poole. It was seen as the perfect trade. Jordan Poole was having trouble fitting in on the Golden State Warriors. He was getting into it with his teammates. He quite literally
Yeah, he was watching Pink
the
Lemonade.
case by Draymond Green before last season
Yeah.
started. He already got a huge contract extension.
They
and
never
he
gonna
has
let that go.
the championship ring. So now it was time to see whether or not he was capable of having his own team. So the Warriors traded him, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ryan Rollins, a 2027 second round pick, a 2030 first round pick, which was top 20 protected,
Ooh,
to
that's a
the
lot.
Wizards to get back Chris Paul. In return, the Golden State Warriors got rid of their high volume, low efficiency scorer and brought in a veteran presence that hopefully was good enough to lead their bench. And so far, while the Golden State Warriors trade for Chris Paul in of itself was a success, the Washington Wizards trade for Jordan Poole hasn't even yielded mixed results. It's just been really bad. The same exact
You see that? Jordan Poole is putting up embarrassing shots for the Wizards.
yielded
Biggie.
mixed results. It's just been really
Embarrassing.
bad. The
Biggie.
same exact thing that Jordan Poole was being
Yeah.
exposed for on the Golden State Warriors, which was his lack of effort, for his poor decision making on the
Uh-oh.
court, his lack of effort on defense, and just overall looking like he is not locked into games at all whatsoever, translated to the Washington Wizards. And in the case of the Washington Wizards, Jordan Poole's most viral moment was when he looked
Here it is.
completely checked out of a timeout that was called mid-game. I'm sure at this
Never
point you
let
guys
that
see
down.
this clip. He
No.
looks like he's not even paying attention
My
to
team.
the timeout. The funniest
Yeah.
part of all is when Jordan Poole was called out for this, he took no accountability for it at all whatsoever, even going as far as to say that there was nothing wrong with his behavior.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was looking like, how is somebody supposed to give that commentary from the middle of the stands? I mean, obviously I can't do anything about it. Sometimes I sit down, sometimes I don't. Coaches they do their huddle earlier on, kind of figure out what they're going to do. It's such a long time also, like it's a 2-minute timeout. Coach is probably only talking for 35 seconds or so. I mean, but I saw the play, I was talking on the play, I went back just to ask the question, just to make sure. Just continue to be vocal, communicate with my teammates. It's a very normal timeout. Honestly, it wasn't anything that was different.
And things really hit a new low in the middle of November when Mark Stein made it clear that Jordan Poole might be a
So wait a minute. We skip past that. So that's okay? Are y'all cool with that? I mean, he said they wasn't really. It didn't look like it to me. It looked like he was putting the play together, and he
I
wasn't.
mean, we all know what it was. Come on, man.
I'm just saying the man said he was talking about
Duck
35
and
seconds.
it quacks like a duck. It's a duck. I mean, at the end of the day, we already
Brown
know
duck.
what I'm saying. What type of what he's on. So I mean, you're gonna say what you're gonna say in front of the media, but in the back of your mind, you're already like, "Come on, man, I could care less."
I mean, that goes back to the last thing we watched where he said when he asked about the Wizards, he said it was trash. It's like we got such a bad name, man. We got such people come here and Dwight Howard never plays, got butt injuries all this whole time, butt and back hurt.
Hey,
I mean, not only that though, he had that controversy going on as well, though. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't controversial. We know what he was doing.
You know,
hey,
he had that. You know what I'm saying? He was that little, thing. I ain't want to put it out there, but
That's what the streets say. Is that what the streets say?
That's what the streets say. He was bad for the other team for a second. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, he didn't want to be seen on the court though, because he was going through the whole I don't want.
Hey,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The Wizards have a big problem, and it's perception. Perception is a come on, man. Pause. Perception is a rough thing, man, because once it's out there, it's hard to get rid of, and we are perceived as not even. It's like we're not even the worst team in the league, but we're viewed as worse in the league because of our reputation, man. And it's not getting any better with the players that we're bringing in because they're not promoting the team, promoting their situation. They're apathetic with their situation. It's just.
Well, Deacon, let me
how do you get out of that?
Deacon, I'm gonna ask you a question. Poole knew that he was coming in to be able to be trade bait for a high pick. He knew that, and it looks like the Poole decided that he's not going to play in the sandbox. That's what all he was doing. He's not playing in the sandbox.
But is he not messing his own future up though?
He has $140 million. Maybe he's happy.
And he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but he done spent $50,000 of it on one night.
Well, that's
Poole about to get fat like Zion.
Yeah,
I ain't going nowhere, man. This dude, we stuck with this, man. I'm telling you.
I think he's pulling a John Wall, man. He got everybody get that money to get comfortable, man.
Yep.
So is it too much money too soon? What is he like, 23, 24?
That's the reason why Golden State traded him. Golden State paid him that money, and he acted a fool last year in Golden State. He's just doing the team the same situation here. You know what I'm saying?
He just, to me, we're not built with no leadership. We don't have nobody to go out and just be like, this is what we need. We don't have that Draymond. We don't have that LeBron. We don't have that, you know what I'm saying? We just don't have it. A lot of teams have that one person that'll just, hold the team down, no matter what it is. Either it be lead by example or just be, I will just, keep doing that shit and I will get you traded like a LeBron, or I'll fuck you up like Draymond. You know what I'm saying?
Easy, speaking Steve.
My language.
That's street talk, Biggie Steve. That's street.
But that's
he's a lot safer than we've been all night.
Or you could go with Joker, lead by example. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that just have that it factor to lead a team to where they need to go, and we don't have that. Kuz, I thought, could be that person, but Kuz is just, I think he's more of a backseat guy. Like I'll go as far as the next person's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
He's the third or fourth guy.
I mean, he could be the second guy for real. Unless, you know what I'm saying, we just need somebody to carry that load. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to give us.
We need a veteran.
Exactly.
Like Cerebro was saying, I don't think we really have a locker room player. I don't think we have a leader in the locker room with the Wizards. Okay, I mean, if you want to count Kuz as it, but that's only because he's scoring the most.
This is how I see it. And I've seen it before. When Paul Pierce, like you said, when we won't go back to Paul Pierce wasn't giving you that big numbers, but his voice alone, you know what I'm saying, was carried throughout that locker.
Right. I agree with that.
But we had the players to put up numbers, and that's what we need. We need players to put up numbers, but we just need that. We need that leader. We need that person that's coming here that's just not going to be about that. You know what I'm saying? That nonsense. And that's we need that. We need a Paul Pierce. Like I said, I wouldn't mind picking up somebody that just doesn't care, like a Pat Beverly, or you know what I'm saying, somebody that's just like, dude, that'll just be all in your face, like, or put you on what do you call it, the podcast the next day and throwing your business out there.
He did it already. Beverly the one said we trash.
Yeah. That's why I said we need outspoken people. We don't got that. We don't got that. And until
what about the Commanders?
Commanders?
The only one left is Terry.
That's Ron's fault.
Yeah, but he's not a verbal guy though.
That's why we in the situation we in because of Ron. Ron is just as long as he keeps his arms folded. I mean, it is what it is.
So Ron got rid of all of the influential players.
Ron, that's Ron's fault.
Did y'all see how your boy Sweat is talking?
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if Ron would have been gone last year, that team would still be together right now. If Ron was gone last year, Chase is still there, Sweat is still there. You know what I'm saying? For real. And now you gotta start from scratch. You got to. And you'll never have that. You'll never. And the thing is, they're still in their prime. They're still in their prime.
Al said Sweat was balling out so much, man. Bama's is talking. They looking at him like the next premier defensive player. Everybody's looking. Hey, I forgot Sweat was playing when he was here.
Man, I didn't.
Well, let's go ahead and move to the clip since you brought it up, where my man is talking trash about the team. Oh, is he talking trash about the team? Well, he's just telling the truth.
No, he telling the truth. Telling the truth. It was the truth. It wasn't trash. I saw it.
All right, here we go.
I came from, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of like just waiting on the season and kind of, but here it's like every week, you know, it's a new challenge and people want to play for the man beside them. That's where I'm here from. Where I came from, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of like just waiting on the season and kind of, but here it's like every week, you know, it's a new challenge and people want to play for the man beside them.
Man, that's a huge statement. Did you hear what he said? And I know Deacon played it twice. He said, basically, I'm going to go ahead and paraphrase for him. Where I was, everybody checked out. We was already done. We didn't want to play for the coach. We didn't give a goddamn, and we hoping that the season would be over before it was. But now that I'm here, I'm with a team. And these guys want to play for each other and has inspired me to ball out. That's what he said. And if y'all don't look at that, man, and go, oh, my God, and now realize what we're dealing with, is you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention at all. That dude said everything without saying anything, and I heard him. And that makes sense, though. It made me feel better. Because I was like, you look at what's on the field and what happens on the field at times, you're like, what? Come on. This is that New York game when we were all like, nobody's inspired. This is New York. They're nothing.
Danny DeVito.
This is New
York.
York.
Ownership, though. Ownership.
No. You didn't hear what he said. He said, they were already waiting for the season to end.
Yeah, right before, but it was already too late. When he got traded, it was already too late. It was
New York. He was in the New York game, Biggie Steve, is what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that game, it goes way before that.
Right.
It goes back. It all first started when they lost to the Bears, my guy. When they lost to the Bears, yes. It was the season was over because the mentality it just shifted because everybody was like, it was like the train falling off the track. Here we go again, losing to a team that hasn't won in over a year, and you let them be a victim to that. You let them be a victim.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it was the Bears game that just spiraled everything out of control. And it was just like that right there should have been the bullet that got Rivera cooked. It should have been dude, you're gone. That's it.
I think if the ownership was here more than a half a minute, they might have fired him after that game.
It don't matter.
But it does matter. Biggie.
Okay, let me ask you something. If you just got yourself, let's just say you just got yourself a franchise, a McDonald's, an IHOP, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And your cook can't cook for shit. And then he comes over here, and you got the president coming into your restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to cook for the restaurant, and this Bama burns the kitchen out. You gonna keep him or you gonna fire him?
Yeah, but the problem is, if you fire him, the dude under him is worse than he is. He gonna burn the damn house down.
Allegedly.
It matters. Listen, Biggie Steve, listen, it matters. It matters. Listen, we can sit here and say that it doesn't matter and the dude should have been fired because we're not there to run the team. It doesn't matter to us whether he is fired or not because we don't like him. Fire his ass. Let the next person up. Let's just see what he does. Let's just randomly see what he does. Hold on, Big Steve.
Yeah.
Let's just randomly see what he does. The problem is you got a new owner who's trying to evaluate more than just the people on the field and more than just the team coach and coach's assistants and stuff like that. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on. You got to do your management team, everything that goes along with that. The problem is if you fire him, now you got to focus on that alone. He has too much to do. You got to let this ride out. For one, because you don't have a viable backup. And two, you are not a football expert. So you got to get that set in stone first. So you can't be just coming in, firing people, and expect things to get better because what it's going to show is that you aren't serious about making this team better. You got to be serious, which means you got to start top down. We already knew that this season, once they lost to the Bears, they didn't know you survived. We already know the season was bumped. So what are you going to do? Bring in the second guy in so it can be bump? You got to start from the top and bring it down to the bottom. You know he's ended. We know Ron is in. We know his end is coming. Let it come as natural as it can because right now we got the number 4 pick. We might even get the number 3 pick. So stop messing around with it. Stop messing around.
I find that, but Deacon, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's a business. And if you're messing up my business, I'm going to let you go. And not just that, though. There's teams have rallied from coaches being fired. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe one just won a Super Bowl.
There's teams that have rallied like, okay, our coaches, it's a brand new day for real.
Yeah. I hear you, Biggie. Then we won this Super Bowl.
And with a firing like Ron Rivera,
Biggie. You're not listening to me. Name me one who has won a Super Bowl from firing that coach. Matter of fact, name me a successful team that's fired their coach and kept the assistant.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me. You have to give me. I can't think of it.
What I can think about it is the coach. The coach.
But you're gonna have to give me a minute before I think about that.
Yeah, I'm giving you
one. Coach who?
The Indianapolis coach.
Who they fired?
They didn't fire nobody.
What do you mean when they bring Jeff Saturday in?
No, not that time. Not that time.
Frank Wright?
No, not that time either. No, the coach.
Listen
to me, Steve. Look at the D. Listen to me, Deacon. Listen to me.
Yeah.
The coach had cancer, and the defensive coordinator took over the team and took the team to the Super Bowl. They lost. But he took the team to the Super Bowl. That was Cardwell. His name. But remember, Dungy was the.
Yeah. I know
Dungy was the coach.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Dungy was the coach.
Yeah.
And he ended up catching cancer, so he stepped down. And the defensive coordinator took the team all the way to the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, yeah.
The best one, the best quarterback ever lived.
Yeah, okay. That's different from firing you because you suck as to taking over because somebody couldn't. That team was on the rise. That team was on the rise.
I just think I just think they would have rallied behind him getting fired. I truly do. I think, you know what I'm saying? I just think that
Biggie Steve, we might have got a couple of extra wins.
I think so too.
I don't think we took us to the playoffs, though. I don't think we took us to the playoffs. That's where we wanted to be at.
Especially Ron cost a couple of games like that. Like I said, he cost you the Giants game. He cost you that Dallas game when he didn't call the timeout. He's cooked already. Multiple games.
Biggie Steve, I think after the Giants game and in the Chicago game, we were cooked. Everything we are cooked now. Everything in Dallas is just gravy now. We just burning gravy now.
That Dallas game gonna mean something. I got a feeling we could play spoilers.
It's gonna mean something to us.
They don't want to win that game. They don't want to win that game though.
No, just
I
think about it.
They fighting for number one position right
I
now.
want the number
Yeah.
two
That
quarterback.
Dallas game gonna mean something. It always does. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna win no games for Ron. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, that's it. I don't want. You're not gonna get no more victories for me and towards the end of the season. Some to ride your
You
hat
sound
on.
like Sweat and Chase.
Yeah.
Well,
You're not
I
gonna-
I think what Sweat said was more of a buildup than just one season, man. That's over his lifetime here in Washington, and it kind of goes to what you were saying as far as management is concerned. Because for most of his life, he was here with the Big Dan, and I mean when you're losing, and then the top down sucks too. It kind of makes you kind of not want to do stuff. And he was used to losing,
Yeah.
So I think that's just a culmination. That's a culmination of 3 years worth of frustration.
Do you
Biggie
think,
Steve, I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
Oh, man, you're gonna say something real quick, guys.
Okay. Do you think that now that that Chase is gone and that Sweat is gone, do you think that's having a factor on Payne and what's his name getting any sacks?
No, I think they quit too. At this particular point, Biggie
That's
Steve,
what I'm saying.
I think they quit. And the question is, Biggie Steve, to me, to you, and to Trey too, and Deacon when he comes back, is that as we wrap this up right now, who do we keep on the team for the next regime? Because these dudes are losers. They've already proven to be losers. Who do we keep on the team for the next regime? Because to me, they losers. I'm ready to get rid of
offense or defense?
Both on both sides of the ball. Who do we keep?
Well, from right now, you definitely keep Terry. You keep Dotson. As far as that, you keep Robinson. You could probably do the tight ends, get rid of them. I would probably go maybe Logan Thomas. I'm not sure, but I think I'd probably look for somebody else. I would definitely the secondary has got to go.
Wait, hold on, baby, Paul. You said who? You said you're gonna keep Logan Thomas?
I said I would look for something else.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
He corrected himself.
Something else to tight end. But right now, I would keep, what I'm saying? And I kind of like Pringle. He's growing on me. But secondary's got to go. Linemen got to go. And offensive line, I'd say one or two got to go.
FYI, they put Jamin Davis on IR for the rest of the year.
Jamin Davis. Yeah, I like
Bill
Jamin
Cox,
Davis.
baby.
I like Jamin Davis. I would keep Jamin.
Mayo.
Yeah. But I mean,
you said yeah. Hey, I think don't listen to Big Al, man. Have you taken the test yet? Has this fella taken the test yet?
No.
He hasn't taken the test. Don't listen to Al. He gonna get you caught. He gonna get you banned.
But yeah, and I'd be looking for a safety, a true safety. I'd be looking for a true safety.
Biggie Steve, you're only keeping the two wide receivers, a couple linemen, and the quarterback, right?
And I'd also I keep.
Well, we lost Biggie Steve.
That's because he was about to drop.
I'd keep what's my guy's name from Penn State? What's his name? That
See what I'm talking about?
Dotson?
Not Dotson. Well, not from Penn State. What's his name's man? Who he went to the same school with?
Brown?
No.
Oh, you don't know.
Huh?
Hal Brown. This is all he said. That's
he went to school with Hal. The receiver.
Oh, the wide receiver. They catch one pass a year.
Diami Brown. Yeah, Diami. So I'd keep those three. But see, and
really,
I would Diami's not bad though. I mean, I think
he's not bad.
Not Brown. He's not bad.
He has one pattern, go deep. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, but still, I just think of him as a third or fourth receiver option. You know what I'm saying? You could always have that.
So eighth receiver.
Now that's called the draft.
But right now, is the draft, the coming up draft. There's only two people that I would want on this team at that.
We're not going to get them because we don't have that clientele to bring anybody in.
I mean, no, I'm talking about from the
Al's
draft. I mean,
question was answered.
if we can get the third pick, there's a possibility that
We'll
we
get
can
a
get
long
one of those
snapper.
picks. And the people that I'm picking is the Bama from Ohio State, that wide receiver. To pair him with Terry.
Harrison Jr.
To pair
Yes,
him
talk
with
about
Terry. To
Harrison
pair him
Jr.?
with Terry.
Wait. Do you honestly believe that the Commanders are going to strategically put together a scheme to get Marvin Harrison Jr. on our squad? That's what you think?
I would if he's there, the third pick, I'm taking him. I'm taking him.
I agree with that, but you didn't answer my question. After watching the draft for the last 5 freaking years.
No, we're gonna pick the offensive lineman. We're gonna pick the offensive lineman from Penn State.
We're gonna trade it back. We're trading back.
They're gonna go with the same.
We trade back. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. This was a Wizard show.
It was. But it's so bad. The Wizards are so bad that you got to go off topic.
So I just want to ask this one question before we get off the Wizards totally and end the daggone show. What was the date that you had us winning our next game, man? Because you was right. I had to give Biggie Steve.
I said we wasn't going to get one until late January. So the only people that I said we're going to, January 27th against the Pistons.
I think I said the Timberwolves right now.
Yeah, I think you said the Timberwolves. But we're not gonna. Yeah, January 27th against the Pistons.
I got us beating the Atlanta Hawks.
Nah, man, we ain't beating them.
That's beating the Atlanta Hawks.
That's because Al felt like that somebody gonna be hurt by that time.
Yeah, they'll be rushing the players and stuff, and
Atlanta gonna make sure they don't get that loss from us. Everybody gonna be fighting like, man, do not let the Wizards beat us for real.
Everybody plays in the fourth quarter. Everybody don't play until the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's when.
I mean, right now we haven't been playing past the first quarter.
That was Philly.
So listen, everybody's saying that Zion's a fat boy. And I think I might have had said that the game tomorrow versus the Pelicans was the game that I picked.
Yeah, but they still got a squad though.
He's fat, but he's still scoring 20.
Right. And they got 2 players that play better than him too. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Are we going to be able to get rid of Jordan Poole? And can we get the number 2 pick for the Commanders?
Oh, would you trade Jordan Poole for Zion Williams?
Oh, hell yeah. They ain't doing – they ain't not.
I trade Jordan Poole for anybody right now.
But who would you say?
He's a cancer right now.
He said New Orleans is going to give us Zion Williams for Jordan Poole.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'll put a gun to Jordan Poole's back as he's leaving out. Keep walking.
Hey, let's wrap this up, Deacon. Let's get out of here, man.
Allegedly.
Let's get out of here, Joe.
Well, if you got this far, please like and subscribe. We do this. Hey, most people wouldn't do this with a 3-19 record, but we are here talking Wizards, which slid the Commanders, but we're back to Wizards because, hey, it's the Wizards and the Commanders. But here's what we're saying. Like and subscribe. Hey, do me a favor, man. If you don't mind, share this commentary so people could talk about us or like us too, because we really need the algorithm to push.
Sharing is king.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, and Biggie Steve is from the streets, so therefore he needs to definitely get out there, man, because right now the only way you can find him is where, Biggie Steve?
In the streets, buddy.
In the streets.
In the streets.
Hey, Trey, go ahead and bring on that pick 3. He hasn't done the pick 3 yet.
Oh, you haven't done it? You ready, Deacon? All right, well, listen, Biggie Steve. So this is Biggie Steve's 4th or 5th show. He is the unofficial 4th OG. Well, actually 5th next to Walt. Big shout out to Big Dub. Biggie, we got something that we've done with everybody that's come on that show that matters to us. Those that don't matter don't get this, but you do, because this right here is going to solidify if you continue to roll.
Okay,
I need you to take this seriously.
And remember, I warned you.
No, Deacon, stop.
No, don't
do that. Don't do that. No, man, let the man take his opportunity. All right?
Go ahead.
You ready? there's a question that's about to come up, and this right here is going to really test your acumen if you are a sports movie. If you just was from the DMV, you got to choose 3 on your squad, and this is 3 against the world. You are 4, and you got 3 dudes gonna roll with you that you got to get down with, like we used to do, Steve.
Okay.
Now you got the biggie in front of your name. We're gonna find out.
Who the hell who's number 10?
I see we can't answer those.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell number 10. Okay. But all right, go ahead. I got it.
11, 5, and 3.
But that's a good question, but we can't answer that.
11, 5, and 3.
Let me see.
11, 5, and 3.
If you now, okay.
Nah, I would take, depending on my life.
5, 6, and 10.
I'm going. See, that's a tough one. Bruce is that's the man, though, man. Bruce is the man.
5, 3, and 6.
Come on, let's get official, man. Don't be just talking out loud.
You gotta pick the black guy. You gotta pick the black guy too.
Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta go with Blade. You know, Blade.
Now, come on, now. Hey, listen.
Okay.
He keep talking out loud, man. I ain't hit no numbers. Number 1, who you got?
And
who's your first pick?
You got
Who's your first pick, Steve? Number 1 pick, Steve.
Damn it.
5.
It don't have to be in
Bruce
order.
is my number 1.
5.
Bruce Lee.
It don't have to be in order. Just pick.
Bruce Lee.
You said
Blade. Put the world on it. And me.
So
I'm going number
5.
Nah, man, he got his ass whooped. Either 2 or 12, Ambach or IP Man. I'm gonna go with number 2, Ambach, man.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. That's the first.
3.
That's the first.
1, 2, 3. Okay. All
right. Nobody really knows about Ambach, though, man.
No, we know. Listen, we know who he is, man. But these are small dudes, man. He got this small.
It's small but power, though. It's small but power. The man must be young.
He ain't watch Ambach.
He don't watch
number
Ambach,
11, man. Number 11 still fighting.
Ambach be riding elephants.
Number 11 still doing it, big
riding elephants.
Hey, look, I did see number 11 in the tournament of pickleball.
Who the hell put number 10 in there? I'm about to say, who put number 10 in there?
Number 10?
Who the hell number 10?
Man, you don't know number 10. Hold on a second.
Who the hell number 10?
That's Ben Affleck.
That's MacGyver. That's MacGyver.
Come on, man. You should know. This the dude that should have picked.
Come on, man.
The 80s should have picked. I don't know what y'all doing, man.
You was better off putting the Punisher in there or something.
Punisher, dang.
The better put the Punisher or
7
something.
of them.
All right.
All right. He didn't get kicked, though.
For the Al move.
He ain't go for the flip flap, bat boom.
Nah, none of that. Nah.
Good job.
Nah.
Hey,
Good job, Steve.
you are now official. We tip our hats off to you, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And those of you who made it this far, you official too. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and share the channel. Hey, we're gonna be back here next Tuesday talking Wizards. We're looking for game 1. I said that the Pelicans is down to fall. It's the trap game. Trap game right here. Because you know what's going to happen. Poole going to watch our show, get all sized up, and go out there and ball out. And what's going to happen is that they're going to beat the Pelicans because Zion can't resist the chili dog during the 4th quarter. And it's over.
Glizzy.